guess it's 10:35. I don't know if Andrea's coming or not, but we'll just keep it on going, yeah. For public health, please, Katie.
Good morning. I have two asks for this morning, and I wanted to explain what my asks were. In front of you, I think by now, you have what's called the Franklin County Public Health Staffing Proposal. What I am asking to do is just move forward with the create and fill process if in fact this proposal sounds okay, so no resolutions, no anything. But I just wanted to appraise and apprise everybody, and then I will move forward with this
Well,
process.
everybody just got that just now, and I don't know if Paul got it because it was handed out yesterday, so I don't know. Was it emailed also?
Yeah, the committee got it through email, but I just sent, actually, whoever I didn't send it to this morning, and you got a hard copy. And
Yeah, so the committee received this
Yes.
On Legislator Dumas, Lockwood, and Maroon.
So I would like to abolish the supervising community health position. There's been a retirement that occurred last Friday. And with that position, I would like to create and potentially fill a public health program improvement specialist. You'll see the salary that's suggested is because the preparedness activities is getting rolled up into that position to help us again improve our preparedness programs. With that request alone, there's the remaining of $4,164. I would also like to change an RN position to CHN position. Anybody and everybody's technically eligible to be a CHN if you've worked in home care for 2 years. So we've got a crew that have been with us. So I think in terms of potential morale builder, I would ask to see if I could convert one of those positions to a CHN, and that will cost $2,630. And so with the remaining $1,534 unused, that remains unused. My thought is, and plan for the 2021 budget is not, I don't know about the abolish. I don't know about that just yet, but what I was planning to do is not fund the emergency preparedness position, and that currently is a grade 12 at today's dollars, $45,333, and apply that salary, which we're going to get anyway, it's grant dollars, and apply that grant dollar into the salary to the public health program improvement specialist position to help support.
$62,299. No, the $58,135.
No, I'm talking about the preparedness dollars. The grant is about 40.
Right, but it would offset that $58,135.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and 100% of all activities are reimbursable anyway through Article 6 reimbursement.
So this technically could be like a almost $45,000 savings, this plan.
Yes,
Yes.
in the come 2021, which is really now.
Did you get a chance to look that over? And she's talking about the.
Yeah, you talked to, right?
I talked to her.
And Kim, she was talking about abolishing one position. That she just have to do paperwork with you to do that.
And creating a
Right.
position.
And
She's
creating-
got a new title that she's merging.
I'll go over all the paperwork.
And then you think this would make your office more efficient?
Yes, absolutely. Well, especially going through what we're going through now. It's a more of a universal person, and it's the individual's going to have eyes to look at all our programs and keep them improving. We have a performance improvement policy and a plan, and to that end, we've got all of the various departments looking to meet their various benchmarks, and so this is the individual who's going to be helping each of the public health units meet their benchmarks, and also help us towards the accreditation process. So that would be the goal of this position, and also help us with the preparedness tasks and responsibilities.
So I mean, your committee is, you, Ed, and Paul, you all okay with that?
I'm okay with her.
Kim,
We'll
is
have
there
to
any,
do a resolution probably at our next meeting.
I don't, I'll
Yes, Paul.
Are there any problems with Kim's
You're muted.
aspects of it from personnel?
No,
This person-
no, because the current one that she's talking about not funding is not filled, so it wouldn't be a layoff of anybody. And it'd just be a matter of the paperwork and then resolution to create positions.
If you remember a few weeks ago, Katie had submitted for 3 positions to be filled. We filled one and then Katie and I circled back. So we pulled the other 2 because we wanted to look at a bit of a restructuring plan. And,
Okay.
Great job on
Okay.
that.
And with that said, I'm now moving to personnel. I just wanted to let you know what was happening, see if you thought it was a good plan, and now I will follow up with the create and fill, job description and all that other stuff.
Lindy and Paul, you're okay with that?
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
okay with that.
Yes.
Yes.
So in 2 weeks, you would have a resolution ready for the next 2-week meeting.
It's my understanding they may have to go to civil service with this permission, with this job. I do not know. If it doesn't have to go to civil service, that would be great. I'm just thinking because it's new, would I have to go to civil
No.
service? I don't know these things.
Well, you can work it out with her
Yes,
and then just get
yeah.
back to us.
No,
I'll follow up.
We don't need to know all that.
Okay, yeah. I just wanted to get my little toe in the pool at this point. The other ask at this time is to seek authorization to approve an unpaid leave of absence for a registered nurse for a 3-month period of July 6th through October 6th. She is looking to kind of rearrange her life and try to go to school full-time and work full-time, which puts her trying to juggle family, potentially even a night job and a brand-new baccalaureate position. So I think rather than accept her resignation, she's been here with us for 6 years. The patients love her. She's all absolutely trained and qualified for everything relating to not only home care, but preparedness. So I thought I might see if, give her 3 months and,
The only other option is to quit, and
Right.
she's a valuable
Yeah.
employee when she is
Yeah.
here, right?
yeah. And I think it's okay to give her the 3 months because we've been advertising for the registered nurse ongoing. And so I don't think it's gonna be a hardship to the unit because it almost takes 3 months to get a nurse anyway. And they actually do have you've approved a backfill and they're waiting applications. So
You committee good with that?
yeah, that's fine.
I'm glad Kim is here because I understand that a memo has to get generated and sent to personnel. That's the bit I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah, because it's an unpaid leave, the board would have to approve that. So I think a memo from Penny indicating its approval.
Okay, so,
okay.
Donna's kind of taking notes, Penny, so she'll put that down, okay?
I can get the words too, because I think that comes from,
Yeah.
I can ask Dawn for the words.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That is what I wanted to review with the committee today. I also wanted to share some face covering campaigns, and we're gonna be getting this out, something like this in a press release today, coming out of the EOC. Next round, probably in a day or 3, will be another face covering and we'll put another face to constantly bombard the folks out there that face coverings are important. We have Sarah embarking on a campaign similar to what St. Lawrence County did, where she's asking for, take pictures of you in masks, put them on your Facebook, share them with us, and so that seems to be somewhat of a morale builder in terms of keeping people in their masks. And other than the report out of the EOC this morning, we're just plugging along with this pandemic. We have returned one leased our LPN back to Alice High, and we're keeping with one, and actually with the retirement and all these positives and quarantines, it's actually working out very well.
How's the contact tracing been going?
Very well.
Good.
But we always contact trace.
I know, yeah.
So
I didn't know when people come, you know, I don't know who's here anymore, like it used to. You know?
Well, the travelers are,
Trickier.
yeah, the travelers, yeah, they are a challenge because it is very hard to keep them in place. I also know that there was a Florida visitor to that gentleman who was at Ellis Hyde and now is at CDPH. We're trying to get that person in Florida tested. Like, we got somebody from Florida in to visit. So, that's unfortunate, but we are moving to test everybody as best as we can. And then by policy, mid-quarantine, if someone's not tested, we do ask them to get a test and we do make those arrangements. And that's where our latest few have come from. And these people are already contact traced. They're already on quarantine, don't have symptoms. Would you get a test? And that's where we found the children that ended up being playmates and that kind of thing.
Let's hope we don't have an incident like they had in Essex County.
Well, thank you. I feel like the contact tracing that's being done on behalf of your department they've really done a great job.
We're working with that new state system and it's brand new, got kinks. There's about sometimes 3 hours of calls a day about that computer system, but we want to use it. And we want to get used to it and we want to get everything into it because again, that's where our metrics come from. If we do it on paper, it's not going to get to where it really needs to
Thank you
get
for
to.
that commitment on
So-
that.
But thank you, I really do appreciate all you do every day. I mean, we don't see it all, but behind the scenes there's a lot going on there.
All righty.
It's like a duck, calm on the surface and paddling like hell in the bottom.
Upstream. Well,
Thank
all
you,
righty.
Katie.
Thank you,
Enjoy.
Paul. Thank you for your chair. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Hopefully I'm leaving it all.
Katie, did
As I
you feel
found
the
it.
power? Katie, did you feel the power coming up in that chair?
I was afraid in the beginning. I said, I'm sitting anywhere but that chair. Are you sure? But everybody said, yes, I may sit there.
Thank you for all you're doing.
But yeah, you're welcome.
So we'll do our call to order now. We'll stand and pledge allegiance to the flag.
I
Pledge allegiance.
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible,
Huh?
Raleigh.
Yeah, we're not quite driving. Yeah, I can hear you. Can everybody hear Penny?
Yes,
Go
Yeah.
go ahead and I'll repeat whatever you say.
Okay, do you want me to do roll call now?
Yeah, would you please?
Legislator Lozon,
Here.
Legislator Daniszewski,
Excuse.
Legislator Dumas. Here. Legislator Lockwood,
Here.
Legislator Debut,
Here.
Legislator Morone,
Here?
Paul,
Legislator Ellis.
here,
Okay, I have prepared minutes from the June 18th, 2020 meeting.
Can I get a motion in a second? All those on, Ed? In discussion on the minutes? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Okay, I do not have any correspondence, no correspondence.
Okay,
We'll go on to the resolution.
yes, we'll start with resolution 140, yep.
Okay, resolution number 140, offered by Finance Committee, relating to setting the public hearing date on the local law of the county legislature of the county of Franklin, extending the 1% tax on sales and use of tangible personal property in certain services on occupancy at hotel rooms and occupancy restrictions pursuant to Article 29 of the tax law of the state.
Okay, gotta get a motion in a second. Paul Morone?
So moved.
Lindy, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
aye,
Those opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Okay, resolution number 141, offered by Public Safety Committee, relating to authorization to pay 2019 bills from 2021.
Lindy, second. All those on? Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Resolution number 142, offered by Public Works and Services Committee, relating to authorizing the acceptance of the federal transit operating assistance program project, amend budget and enter into agreement.
Can I get a motion in a second? All those on? Ed? Any discussion? Everybody's okay? There's something we do every year, almost every year anyways, right? Yeah. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carried.
I missed the first and second, I'm sorry. Who did the first?
All in it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Resolution number 143, offered by Legislators reviewing both times in accepting agreement with Rockland, Maroon, and related to Franklin County Legislators support the 2020 local government assistance grant application for a North Country Regional Geographic Information Project.
Okay, can I get a motion in a second? All those on? Yeah, okay. Any discussion on this?
Donnie, will I have to abstain? We're gonna also be working, and we have worked with Dane regarding this, the Dane
It's a
contract.
separate contract.
This is Franklin County only, right?
Okay. Well, once you guys, because Tupper Lake is the lead, right? So Tupper Lake's the lead,
The town.
the town, we're also joining in underneath this resolution, not under this resolution, but we're passing a resolution in the
Do
village.
the same thing we're doing.
So maybe just to not mucky the waters, I'll abstain from this,
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Err on the side of caution.
yeah.
Okay, any more discussion?
Is she abstained? Is that?
Yeah, Andrea is staying because she's gonna be signing the same contract at the village and she didn't want to mucky the waters.
Okay.
Huh? I don't know. Well, Tupper Lake is it's the town of Tupper Lake that's,
Oh, the town.
He's the village.
right, okay, never mind.
Okay.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Okay, resolution number 144, offered by Finance Committee, relating to adoption of Franklin County Staff Insurance Workers' Compensation Budget for the year 2021.
That's the one that Jimmy just gave us, and I think there's one on everybody's desk there too also.
Yes.
Can I get a motion in a second? Cindy and Paul, any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Those opposed, nay. Motion carried.
That's all I have for resolution.
I got one budget report. I think everybody's got that, and it shows just how close we are. Some are doing exceptionally well, and some not as good, and some can do as well. It's just the way it is. But
As
Was
far
that
as-
on our desk? I didn't.
No, I
see it.
emailed
no,
them.
this was emailed to you a while ago.
Oh, okay,
It
yeah,
just showed all the percentages of where we are compared to budget.
okay.
Not sure they all got it, I think I sent it to Finance
Oh, I'm
Committee for
sorry.
review.
We'll make
Yes.
sure
I'll
everybody
be
else-
sure to get that sent out. And so I just did a quick analysis in June, on June 29th, to see where each department was as far as budgetary, because we would be on the 30th ending our 6th month. And so, we're on point overall.
Penny, do you want to go now, or?
Well, I have one more, I have a request to sell.
Oh, okay.
It's a second approval for the tax law.
It still has to go to the fourth judicial court. And we've asked for another extension to July 30th. And, well, this one, it's due on July 30th. We're gonna ask for another extension to August 12th because we actually have a proposal at the state and the state's not working on it right now. So we're just trying to, get that, and we're gonna have a conference call with the lawyer later today to talk about what's going forward. But I just wanted everybody to know that they're still talking about it, but not very much. Is there anything else to come before the board? Okay, could I get a motion to go to executive session, Paul, for, talking about personnel, is that what?
Do you want to adjourn the meeting first?
No, let's get Sheriff Station and highway report.
Oh, you want to report before we go?
Yeah.
Okay,
Before we go into executive.
okay.
We started our paving, we just finished 32 this morning, completed all the way
I
across.
drove the whole length of it, and it was good today, yeah.
That's why we go fast, people, we got fast on it. We moved over to 17,
Yeah.
and we're starting to pave on that road, what's left of it. And, we're heading on to 8 after that, and it's scheduled, as long as the plant, there's a fight at the plant getting material. We did start paving too early, so we're getting 2-3 runs quick early in the morning, so we're getting 500 tons before anybody else is really coming into the plant. It works nice, and after that, and then everybody else is coming in at the same time. All the towns are trying to pave at the same time, villages plus the private sector are all going into that plant at the same time, so it's kind of hard for everybody else. The way we're planning is we'd like to head south in August to work on 60. And,
Gentlemen are welcome.
start pitching on 31, go across 5, we started the roads prep. And, 47, I've been in contact with the, village and town, I'm working on the, water boxes. Before we pave them, they gotta be raised 1.5 inches. So, we're in the process of working with them, trying to get that straightened out before we pave on 47. And then we're coming north, and depending on, budget money, as far as material money, what I can use out of ours, and we'll go from there as what roads are left and material wise. So, I guess the best thing I can tell you is in August, I'll give you an update, or end of August, September, I'll give you an update how we're doing. Because a lot of this depends on the plants, we broke down the other day, lost it for, we lost it for half a day, and they brought it back online by morning, so we're back up and running again. It's an old plant, been around since the 80s, and then many upgrades up there, so.
Where are you getting from, Brad?
Brandon, Upstone, they won the bid.
So, Brad, on County Route 47, Dan Martin will be calling you from Harrietstown, DPW.
I already talked to them.
Excellent. And after they do there's like 9 of the water boxes that have to be raised 1.5 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you planning also on milling and then paving this year?
I don't plan on milling it, I'll pave it, but I don't dare mill it because I'm afraid of breaking sewer lines or water lines.
Water lines right there.
With heavy equipment.
Okay. So there's a lot of really deep holes in the road, and what's your thoughts on?
We'll fill in holes before we pave it.
Mhm.
But while we're there, we'll put some mix in there.
So I just want to go back to the availability through Upstone, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. But because of some of the issues we had had previously about getting the materials that we needed, I believe we put something in that allowed us to go to another company when we awarded the bid. Am I right on that? I feel like we put some language around that. So we opened up some options. While they might be our first go-to, if they can't supply us with something, then we have the option to go someplace else. So you can just keep that in mind.
But the farther I go, the more it costs.
I understand.
Because that immediately goes up immediately, so
Yep,
when I make that change, I mean, we can do the justification, do that, we can't get in the plant. The minute that we start coming out of Sheen's pit or another pit, we're paying trucking and
Yep.
it goes up fast per ton.
yep, but I just wanted you to remind and let everyone know, we did write that bid. So there were some options around that and awarded it accordingly. I just didn't want us to, I mean, we had a really difficult time. And pre-pandemic, we still needed to get some essential work done on our infrastructure, so there are some options.
Yeah.
Not ideal, but there are some.
I'm actually, in some of the roads I'm actually using Sheen's pit because the material was, their prices were low enough where I can justify coming out of his pit. And, so, if I go to County Road 6 and finish up that section over there, I can actually come out of Sheen's pit because it's cheaper for me to come out of there than
Yeah.
Where's she? Sissonville. Where? Sissonville, it's just out of Potsdam.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't he have one out last February?
He did, and that's where your joint asphalt, I believe, is, you know, they bought Sheen out and, that's D.A. Collins and Bricky on that. They're kind of a joint venture, like, when you say Upstone, you're talking about.
There.
And these are big major companies, so.
They put a corner on the market for it.
Yeah, and then there's someday I bet that Derek will buy up Sheehan because he does have good material in that pit. Sooner or later, they will take it, you know, they'll buy him. You can't blame them, guys. Somebody comes in and offers you $150 million and a $40 million investment, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. And he's getting up there in age, but.
Yeah, his son's starting to run the company now, and Nick Sheen's started running the company. Whether he wants anything to do with that asphalt plant, I can tell you that.
Another reason, Donnie, we put that clause in there, or one of the, because if the state would start doing
That's
blacktop and they get the priority and you fill in the rest of it.
Yeah, I was talking to Rocky yesterday, and, they prefer, Barrett asphalt over Upstone. But they're gonna pave on 122 and Bricky got the bid. But I was hoping Bricky come out of Plattsburgh with their company that they're kind of involved with that joint asphalt out of Plattsburgh. So we're waiting to see. I told Rob, let me know just as soon as he did. That's why I try to keep some paving ready to go in the south. So if we get locked out of Brandon, I can run south and start putting material down again. So I try to leave options open so I can get different places in the hurry. So Rob's supposed to let me know right away. And just a quick thing with Rob Haynes, the reason we were talking is, they're taking his gas pumps out, and putting only diesel in. He requested to put gas in too, and the state said no. State police have contacted me, they want to use us as a backup. In state of emergency, if all power goes down, they normally get their gas at a gas station, the state troopers. But if they can't get it at a gas station, they want to use Franklin County's garage as a backup, if they can get gas to their patrol car. So I told them I'd bring it to you guys, if you're okay with it, I don't know if I need a resolution to do that in the state of emergency, are they allowed to come in, or do I need permission to?
Well, do you have a tracking mechanism? I think we're gonna need an agreement so that we can charge back that expense to New York State.
They said that we could charge you back, I don't know.
Well, we wanted a formal agreement around that, right, John?
I mean, I can give them a key like we have for our trucks, and they can use that key to gas up, and we can track every gallon they use. So.
Right, but we would need an agreement so that the state is aware that we would be charging them back.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when I asked Rob Haynes why they were eliminating gas, he said that they were told out of Albany, because originally we were talking about doing a joint where we had a joint island, so we both could share.
Right.
Albany told him that there will be all electric cars.
Oh,
They're eliminating gas.
that's practical.
So they don't use the diesel. So, something to think about. That's where they're at.
Well, we have a couple charging stations there.
Well, there you go.
So that's what I was talking about. But he gave me his payment schedule. We're trying to work with each other. There's another balancing act you have to do with the state. You try to, when he comes into a plant, they shut it down. And if the contractor comes in, they get it over us at that point.
So get us an agreement, Brad, and I mean, I would think that we want to
They must
support.
have one they must have a, one that they just have to change the names on anyway.
I probably, maybe I'll give Jonathan, or we must have them somewhere in
Yeah.
agreement that I can get to them and have them sign it. I don't know, have a troop he has to sign it or.
I think it's good that
You guys
you
good
pay
with
once a month and while we're going on, just to see how you guys are doing. I mean, I know, hopefully you make progress every month, but it's probably gonna be much very long.
Going well right now. We've got a couple minor breakdowns, nothing major yet.
We've ordered the hot box, right?
Yeah,
So
that's about 6 weeks out, 5 or 6 weeks out.
Yeah,
6, 8 weeks.
it'll be here before we know it,
Yeah, should be here by September, so we.
before the winter.
You got the shouldering done on the road that you completed last.
Almost, the shoulder machine broke, so we got done, then we went into paving, so we're ordering, you'll see a big PO come through for the paving machine, the shoulder machine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Smash that.
And the issue with the dotted line on County Route 4, that's been paid.
Did they hit it yet?
Pretty sure. Yeah, I come across it, it really-
They're supposed to come over, I didn't know if they come over.
the lines are done on 4.
Yeah, I had St. Louis County.
Yeah.
over here.
I don't ever pass on 4 usually anyway.
That's a fast track. 32's gonna be now, so, and.
Which one? Give me the regular.
South Palm Bay Road.
Thank you.
But,
And they're doing a sales road now too.
Yeah, okay.
And,
I get confused with the numbers.
like I say, depending on finances, in September, we're looking at coming down in on 3 and 16 vacant road. We start doing some shedding and paving on them 2 roads. And hold them roads till next year because they're close to failure on them both.
You want to take a county road that needs to work, number 3.
Try 16 too. Yeah. 17 don't look very pretty right now, I'll tell you that.
You know, I heard, a
55.
while ago, we heard a lot of complaints on
24,
on 2, but you know,
24's not bad.
right, Lee? 24.
Just some crack sealing would help.
yeah, but 24, the only thing that was actually wrong on 2, I mean, the only thing that I can see actually wrong with that whole road is where we put in culverts years ago, they've all settled. And that's why the buses have trouble, because they dump so much.
That's what the hot box could actually.
Yeah, maybe just shooting them off, because I mean, I don't think it's a big issue there, but, and I know, so I think on a lot of our roads, we put them culverts in and they drop down that much.
Yeah,
and
they'll
it's,
settle. They'll settle.
So we're glad you're coming down to do ditching on County Route 55. And I was wondering, have you been able to clear the culverts and assess them?
Not yet till they do. I just got permission to start cleaning around the end of them, so. Once they get them cleaned out, that's when we take a look at them and assess if we get cleaned before we can move on.
DEC
So-
give you permission, is that whole?
Yep. So you'll be doing that at the same time you're doing the ditching and the shouldering?
Yep.
Yeah. And will you also then start the permit process for?
Well, I think I have to bid it because it's gonna be over, $7,500. So I'll have to get 3 engineering firms and do a quote to do the bidding on that. I put it into, the federal steps program and, got rejected, they don't do road projects. They used to do them, but I also had a conversation with them that that's a prime candidate for a road that needs to be raised a foot and a $3 to $4 million project, and they said they'll keep it in mind because after this pandemic, they're talking about stimulus money. So I kind of threw that project out there to let them know that, you know, if there's a big stimulus coming through for road projects, that we'll do the permitting and the design, Franklin County, if you pay for the construction. That way we could have like a Bricky or Buck Brothers or somebody like that to come in and bid and put the culverts in and do the raising of the road and the whole process without us eating up all our resources and all of our funding. All our money on one road over one summer.
Well, that'd be great.
Yeah. I threw it out there, started the conversation, whether it goes any farther than that, you know, this works.
Always have to have a hope.
You throw a plan out, and at least you got a plan out there, let them think about it. County Route 42, the bridge has been closed, they started the demo. That should be completed by October, we're hoping. And, Traverse Road Bridge, we've ordered the steel, we're hoping that next week I'll do the layout, and we'll start probably the week after closing the road, within 2 weeks, start the construction on that one. So. Oh, yes. We knocked
69
it-
Fort Covington Street?
Yeah, we knocked it down a little bit, don't look pretty, but nothing's gonna look pretty with that house. But we did knock some of the brush down in front of it, we did not brush down,
Oh, you just cleaned up around the outside.
we did not brush down that road.
You don't want to get that $500 fine in the door.
Well, we'd like our notice first.
I'll give you a 10-day, oh, you want a 10-day notice?
No, but don't be giving us a fine without a notice. We don't want the notice, thank
Give
you.
volunteers for a work bee, how's that?
Andre is the acting code officer, see what we have to put up with?
Just wait.
You think that bill should be repaid?
No.
Yeah, we need a motion to bring it, Paul, and where are we gonna, when was it we wanted to discuss in executive session? It's a highway
Contract.
So the contract with the town of Belmont, I believe, for the ice and snow that we're discussing highway.
Yeah,
And also after that, I want to go into executive session to discuss personnel matters involving 3 individual county employees that we're going to be discussing their individual work history and performance, and also 2 proposed and pending proposed litigations.
you all said good news, John.
Yeah. You missed me last week. I got twice as much for you this week.
Okay.
Also, Brad wanted executive session too. We'll do it after Belmont.
What's this for?
Public hearing, just a couple of.
Employee issue.
Employees now?
Yeah.
Okay, so, you got a motion, was there a second? Okay. Did you see the second, Donna?
Oh. Who was the first?
Paul was the first,
Paul.
and it was either Ed or Lindy.
We both raised our hands.
Executive
Take whatever
session.
you got.
Thank you for doing that, I really appreciate it.